Good evening everybody and welcome to Trainbow 21. Apologies for the slight delay in getting underway. We've had a few technical gremlins in the pipes tonight, but we should now be ready to go, hopefully without too many more faults. Big thank you first of all to my technical vision mixer whiz Daniel up in the Midlands doing this remotely. We've got Romilly on the socials up in the northeast, and we've got Artis over in the west doing all of the graphics. And I'm here in northeast London. We are here for Trainbow 21 as part of LGBTQ+ History Month. It's our way here at the Progress Train of celebrating all things LGBTQ. As I say, apologies for some of the technical glitches we've been having so far. Thankfully, due to the magic of the internet, we are able to hopefully bring you something now. It has been a little bit chaotic getting it all together, but fingers crossed it's going to stay with us. So, what is Trainbow 21? That's what you're all asking. It's the words on all the lips. Stay tuned to find out. For those who aren't aware, LGBTQ+ History Month is a time to reflect on all the progress that has been made so far in helping to bring LGBTQ+ people onto more of a level playing field in terms of existing in society and human rights and all that kind of thing. And it's also a great time to look forward about what more can be done. We've got loads of things planned here at the Progress Train over the next few months, and I know I've been saying this for a little while now. Unfortunately, due to busy real lives and the current world situation, we're running a little bit behind schedule on some of that, but do bear with us. We have got stuff coming. It is going to be worth the wait, and I do thank everybody for getting involved, both by sharing our stuff and sending encouragement and all the stuff you're doing in your own workplaces as well. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. For those who aren't aware of us, my name's Charlotte. I was behind the campaign to get Avanti West Coast Pendulum named Progress back in August and September last year. It's an aim that we succeeded in, and that train is now whizzing up and down the West Coast main line near enough every single day, except earlier in the week when it was delayed by snow. But we won't talk about that. We'll move swiftly onwards. That train was a huge turning point, a huge milestone for many within the rail community and the railway industry. It was the first Trainbow to include all of the colours of the Progress flag. So that's not just the 6-stripe rainbow that we all know and love. That also includes the black and brown stripes of the Philadelphia Pride flag, signifying that we need more progress for black and indigenous people of colour. And it also includes the bright light blue, light pink and white stripes of the trans flag, also indicating we need to do a lot more for trans progress, etc. And that was why we called it Progress. After all, is it's recognising how far we've come and how far we've still got to go. So, what has this got to do with Trainbow 21? You were all asking. Well, first of all, I'm sorry to disappoint you. We're not announcing a new Trainbow. I know a few people thought that was what this might be about. I wish it was the case. If any of you train operators out there are watching it and want us to launch your new Trainbow, get in touch. Love to hear from you. Love your stuff. Keep it up. But no, however, you are right in thinking we are doing something about Trainbows. Trainbow 21 is our own way of paying homage to the very popular World Cup of social media format. We're going to take 14 of the best Trainbows, put them together and see which one comes out on top. Now then, those of you who know that format works might be going, hang on, 14 isn't divisible by 4. No, my friends, that's why we are adding 2 wild cards. We've picked 2 other modes of transport that have been given a rainbow livery, and we're going to see where they come up against our trains. Of course, we couldn't wholeheartedly put Progress in. It is the best, it's the only one with 11 stripes. So this is Trainbow 21, the best of the rest. Hopefully, this time next year, we'll have had a brand new swathe of Trainbows up and down the country, and we can put all of them in and see which one comes out on top. But for now, Progress is up the top, and we'll see where everything else comes. So, I've got my magic box of magic paper. I'm going to see who is pitted against who as we draw them out one by one to see which one wins. So, are you with me so far? I hope so. We're going to dive in and see what happens. There we go. So, first one out of the box is 390,045. So this was Virgin West Coast's Avanti took over from Virgin. This is Virgin West Coast Pendolino that was in a variant of their flowing silk colours with the Ride with Pride slogan. This ran up until the end of the Virgin Trains West Coast franchise, but is now a distant memory. Very strong design. Let's say Ride with Pride, that was a reuse of a slogan originally used by Transport for London. It was later used by Uber, but the actual design itself was a really vibrant way of brightening up the West Coast main line at a time that Virgin were starting to make all of their trains a fairly drab white. So good strong contender, but who is it going to be up against? Let's find out. And it is 91121. So this one was LNER's Trainbow, Class 91 locomotive, working with part of the Intercity 225 sets up and down the East Coast main line. So it's West Coast versus East Coast in round one. This one was another really nice design. It was done for a few of the Pride events up in the Northeast, involving a rainbow version of the LNER livery on top of the original colours of the Class 91 locomotives that they are. So strong first contender. It's West Coast versus East Coast. That's round one. Who is going to be in round two? Let's find out. And it is, now, they're all on coloured bits of paper, as you might have noticed. The bits of coloured paper have absolutely no bearing on the trains that are written on them, as you've probably known. It is just the first bit of paper I picked out of my box of paper and wrote a number on earlier on today. So, yeah, don't read anything into the colours that get picked out before you see what they are. Number 3. It's the DLR. And the DLR is... DLR was the original... I forgot what I was going to say there. The DLR was the original Trainbow. So this goes back to 2015 when Transport for London wrapped 2 of their DLR units in a really vibrant, nice rainbow colours. They ran along the DLR for London Pride, and they were... what started the Trainbow revolution, really. They were the ones that did it first. Everything else is imitations. DLR, of course, was also the first fully wrapped Pride train. All 2 carriages of 2 trains were fully coated from top to bottom in a lovely rainbow livery. And this is where the Ride with Pride slogan first came from as well. And that was all sponsored by Barclays as part of TfL's partnership at the time. So really good one. But who is it going to be up against? Let's find out. It's my magic box of magic pieces of paper. Give it a good shake. See who comes next. So, yellow piece of paper. Again, remember the colours of the paper has absolutely no bearing on the train inside. And it is 66773. So this is Great British Royal Freight GBRF's locomotive. It's the only non-passenger carrying Trainbow seen up and down the country on freight services. It's also the first Trainbow to appear on real-time trains. So if you go onto the website, type in 66773, it will tell you what it's working wherever it is in the country. So it's really easy to track what it's doing. Great little functionality by real-time trains. And it's not necessarily the only one on there either. But who knows? Let's see what happens next as we go ploughing on into round number 3. What's it going to be? And it is next out of the bag. 444019. Lo and behold, this is the other real-time Trainbow. Amazing. This was Southwestern Railway's D0 unit that runs up and down the Southwestern main line. First went into rainbow colours for Southwest trains and then received a very similar design a year later after Southwestern Railway took over the franchise. It's a really bold, vibrant scheme. It sits really nicely against the sort of white and dark blue livery of Southwest. But who's it going to be up against? And it is 185104. So 185104, this was the train that started them all. It wasn't a Trainbow, but it sort of was. Trans-Pennine Express operated this for Manchester Pride way back in 2014, wrapped in a nice sort of pinky livery on the front of the train to mark the event. And this was the one that started them all. So whilst it's not a Trainbow, it really is worthy of inclusion in our race, and we're very pleased to see it taking part. So yeah, it's the battle of the D0s. We've got 444019 versus 185104. Can't wait to see who wins that one. Anyway, let's get on with the rest. We've got another 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got 10 more to go. Who knows at this stage? Still got the 2 wild cards to play with as well, remember. What is the magic box going to present out of the magic paper? Who knows? Who knows what is going to happen? I have absolutely no idea, but I really can't wait. If you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us. We are doing the Trainbow 21, hashtag Trainbow 21 draw. Hashtag Trainbow 21 is our take here at the Progress Train on the popular World Cup format, and we're going to pit all of the different Trainbows together. So let's see what is next out of the box. It is going to be... What is it going to be out of our box next? It's a purple piece of paper. Remember, the purple paper has absolutely nothing to do with what is written on it, but it is going to be, it is 91103. So this one is Virgin East Coast's Pendulum. Now, again, it was another one done on a Class 91 locomotive, involving a rainbow version of the Virgin Trains East Coast livery and the Love is Love slogan. So really another strong contender there. But who is it going to be up against? Let us find out. Orange piece of paper is 350, 373 and 350, 375. So these are London North Western's Trainbows. They only have ever had one on show at the same time, but they're near enough exactly the same design that we've decided to group them both together. The first one had the straight 6 straight stripes, it should be on your screens now, and then the second one had a slight diagonal version, which is what we're going for. So very, very similar liveries, which is why we've only decided to count them once. Sorry. But hopefully they are going to be another strong contender. Could not call that round, actually. You know, we've got Virgin Trains East Coast, very strong LNR. So it's another East versus West competition there going on. Like, very good stuff. Who knows? Right, then. So we're at the halfway mark now. Thank you to everybody who's getting involved on the socials and, you know, on the stream as well. We really appreciate it. Thank you for reaching out to us. So, our next one out of the magic box is magic box, and it is Manchester Metrolink. It's wild card number 1. So Manchester Metrolink every year for the last few years, except last year, have now been wrapping a handful of their trams in a nice little sort of variation using the rainbow coloured spots. They've done 6 stripes and they've done 8 stripes with the black and brown, and hopefully this year, fingers crossed, we'll see a brand new design involving all the colours of the Progress flag. That would be really great. So really looking forward to see how that one does actually as our first wild card. It's not a train, it's a tram, still on rails, still allowed. We'll see how it does, and it's going to be up against green bit of paper, and it is 378216. So 378216. This is London Overground's Pride train. It was done back in 2018, I believe it was. I have done no preparation, so I'm doing all this from memory. I do apologise. But 378216. This had hashtag Love is Love on the side of it in both the rainbow 6-stripe flag and also the colours of the Pride flag. And it ran up and down the London Overground network. On all the routes that the T1 Class 378s could go on right up until December of last year, when it's been taken away. Hopefully we'll see a brand new TfL Pride livery coming this year as well, maybe. Fingers crossed, that'd be great. So that's our next round. So we've got now 6 competitors left to go, 3 rounds left. Who is going to be against who? Remember, we've still got one wild card still in there to see what comes out. So and it is yellow bit of paper. Remember, the colours have absolutely no bearing on what is going on, but it is 395012. 395012, Southeastern's Trainbow, the fastest Trainbow in the land, whizzing up to 140 miles an hour between London and St Pancras down to the southeast coast. It's a Hitachi product. It's not the only Hitachi Trainbow in existence. It's one of my personal favourites. The nice little sort of swoop that they did really sort of sets off the otherwise sort of dark, vibrant blue of the Southeastern livery. It's one of my personal favourites. Will it win? Who knows? But who's it going to be up against? Who is it going to be up against? And it is ScotRail. So this is Scotland's railway. Now ScotRail had, I think it was 6 units, all with this lovely sort of rainbowified version of their logo on the side of them. These are really vibrant colours. We think there's still one around in the wild. We're not sure. If you do see it or if you know different, please do let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. But yeah, they wrapped 6 different units with their logo and they were seen all over Scotland. They're not true Trainbows, technically speaking, because they haven't got the sort of rainbow in a big place, but we'll allow it. And it was a really lovely way of showing support for the LGBTQ+ community within Scotland. So it's the battle of the dark blue liveries. Really excited to see who wins that one as well. Could not call that at all. 4 to go. Who's next? And it is... it's a light green bit of paper. Remember, the colour has absolutely nothing to do with what the Trainbow is. It's just the first colours that came to mind. But the paper out of the magic box is... it's 700-155, very popular one, this one. Thameslink very own Trainbow, unleashed for Brighton Pride back in 2018. This was designed by a very good friend of mine, Mags. Shout out to Mags who's watching. And it now, yeah, runs between Brighton and Peterborough, Bedford, anywhere to be seen on the Thameslink network. Really lovely, vibrant design with sort of the 6 stripes going along vertically on the top, and it's also got these lovely sort of heart shapes as well on each end. Stay tuned for our official Trainbow graphics that are going to be coming out. Big shout out to our artists for doing all of those, but they really show some of the intricate details that have been put into some of these designs. So it's not something to be missed once you get to see our big release later on as we progress through. But who is 700-155 going to be up against? Let's see. Remember, we've still got one wild card left. And it's Southern. So it's the battle of the GTR brands. It's Thameslink versus Southern. They're the same train operator, but who will win? 700-155 or Southern? So again, Southern, very much the same as ScotRail, had these lovely 6 stripes added to their logo. We think, again, there might still be one floating around. If you know or don't know, please do let us know. We'd love to hear from you. But yeah, that's going to be a really exciting competition there. For all you GTR aficionados. Are you going to go for the long distance Thameslink north to south route, or are you going to stick solely south of the river and go for Southern? Who knows? Couldn't call that one, to be honest. Could not call it at all. That leaves us with 2 left. Just 2 bits of paper left in the magic box of progress. So one of these is our wild card, and therefore I know what the other Trainbow is as well. So I'm going to draw one. I'm going to see what happens. If it's the wild card, I'm going to save it. I'll pull out the Trainbow first, because I'm sure you're all going, oh, there's probably a Trainbow missing. So we'll find the Trainbow first. It's not that one. So our final Trainbow, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about it, all of you Western region people. It is, of course, 800-008. This train, Great Western's IET in the green name. It's a really popular Trainbow, running on with hashtag Trainbow on the side of it. Also been named last year Sir Alan Turing in memory of the great LGBTQ+, oh sorry, the famous code cracker from Bletchley in the Second World War, who obviously famously was gay and obviously got all of the various persecution and indeed illegalities around at the time. Really lovely gesture by GWR to name Alan Turing as one of their Great Westerners, and it's really fitting and appropriate that that train is now running up and down the Great Western Main Line all the time. So do keep an eye out for that one as well. Don't forget, you'll also be able to buy a model of 800-008 later on in the year, thanks to Hornby, who are also releasing models of 66773 and 390-119. It's really great to be seeing Trainbow representation in miniature form. Really excited for that. I've got my pre-orders in. Hashtag not sponsored. Should make that clear. But yeah, so 800-008 is our penultimate one, and it's the final wild card. I have no idea how this is going to go down at all. Some will love it, some will hate it. It's the new Rootmaster. It's the new Rootmaster bus that in 2015, again as part of TFL's Ride with Pride programme, was wrapped in the lovely rainbow livery swooshing down the sides with the Ride with Pride slogan on the side of it. As I say, we are including 2 wildcards to make up the numbers. Will the new Rootmaster come out on top of 800-008? I have absolutely no idea. Like, we will have to find out later on in the competition. That's the draw done. The magic box is empty. Let's get rid of that. And that is our running for Trainbow 21. So let's quickly run through again what the heats are going to be. Don't forget, we're not including 390-119 this time round because it is arguably the best, because it is the most inclusive of the lot. Hopefully there will be more Trainbows unveiled this year, and that will mean that we can have Trainbow 2022 next year and include progress and see if it does actually come out on top. But we have 14 Trainbows, 1 Trainbow and 1 Busbow, and they are all now together in our finalists list. And let's see a quick reminder of what is going to be in what position. In our first round, we will have 390-045 of Virgin Trains West Coast up against 91-121 of LNER. Round 2 will be the DLR, the 2 DLR units, up against 66-773 from JBRF, the only non-passenger carrying train boat. Round 3 will be 444019 Southwestern Railway's lovely Trainbow unit, and that is going to be up against, in the Battle of the Dezeros, 185104, the original sort of Pride train created by Trans-Pennine Express for Manchester Pride. Round number 4 will be Virgin Trains East Coast, 91103, and that's going to be up against LNR, London North Western Railways, 35373 and 35375. Remember, we're grouping those together because they are very, very, very similar. Then it's the first of our wildcard rounds in number 5. It's going to be Manchester Metrolink's Trambos up against London Overground's 378216. Battle of the cities there. Battle of the metro systems, some might say. Really can't wait to see what comes out with that one. We then go to the fastest Trainbow in the land, 395012. Really wish that rhymed. Find a number that rhymes with land, please, South Eastern, for next time. And that is up against the Scottish region, ScotRail, with their lovely little logos wrapped in the rainbow colours. Then we've got the Thameslink GTR Showdown, 700-155 from Thameslink up against the Southern logo Trainbow fleet. Again, a really exciting one to see what happens there. Will people stay brand loyal? Will there be some going behind enemy lines sabotage? Who knows, we'll find out. And then last but not least, in our final round, it's going to be Great Westerns 800-008, 800-008, 800-008, whatever you want to call it. Any of them is fine to me. Alan Sharing, one of the most popular Trainbows, I think it's safe to say, on Twitter, and that is going to be up against our second wildcard, the new Rootmaster. Wow, that was a lot. There were some interesting pairings there. I think there's already some very obvious winners, some of them too early to call. Who knows? The votes will be opening on Friday, and there'll be a different poll happening every single day right up until the end of the month, when we will find out which is the greatest Trainbow of them all in Trainbow 21. Stay tuned tomorrow when we'll be dropping our wall chart so you can keep track of everything that's going on. Big thank you to Arters for creating that. Really do appreciate that. Once again, a huge thank you to Romilly, who's been keeping the socials on fire tonight as we've been doing this live stream. Her fingers are probably going to be falling off from the amount of typing that's being done, keeping up with my talking. And finally, just thank you as well to Daniel on the tech. Hopefully there's not been too many technical gremlins. I think we lost the camera every now and then, but I think we're going to get away with it. Fingers crossed. And finally, of course, couldn't do this without any of you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for supporting everything we're doing here at the Progress Train. It really does mean so much to all of us. Keep your ideas coming in as well. Keep your stories coming in. We've got to be having so much more stuff coming up over the next few months. And we can't do it without any of you. So from myself and all the rest of the Progress Train team, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for getting behind what we do. Keep your good news stories coming in, and I will see you all on Friday for the very first vote. This is Trainbow 21, which is going to win.